Hi everyone, welcome back. For today's mani, we're going to be dipping into dip powders from Color My World Dips. We're also going to be using dip liquids today. We're going to be creating a set of press-ons, and we are using the shape medium almond, and everything that we are using in today's video can be found in that description box below. So I really love this first color here. It is just like the perfect blue. You can see here we are using dip liquids, and that coverage for that first dip, that is phenomenal coverage. Normally when you're working with a color like this, especially a solid, and it's like this, like has a little bit of darkness to it, you can see that first layer sometimes can be patchy or like show a lot of lines. I did not have that issue with this color. I'm also not experiencing any staining on my brush when I'm going in with a second layer here. So we are going to do 2 coats of each color today. But this blue right here, this is definitely a must-have if you're a blue lover. This would be great for an all-over mani, and instead of a glossy finish, a matte finish, I feel like would be fantastic with this blue. So we're gonna do a very simple mani today, and we're also gonna be playing with another color here. It's cram-packed full of beautiful foils, and it also has a little bit of white heart shape glitters in there. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to keep it really easy, but we are going to jazz up this nail right here. We're going to add a little bit of the hearts on there, and we're going to hand place some foils. So that's what we're going to be doing today for this mani. All right, so let's dive into these beautiful powders and see them in action. And then I'm going to pop back in just a little bit.
Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't have a plan and the night is young, it doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like you. Look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down.
All right, so now we're going to go in with another layer of this beautiful dip. You will see here I am having some slight bleeding with those foils when the dip base is touching it, and I'm kind of okay with that because it kind of gave the nail more of like a marbly effect, or like kind of like a sapphire-ness to it. It was kind of magical, and I'm kind of okay with it. If you do not want any like bleeding or anything like that, then I would recommend maybe only doing 1 dip. But if you are clear encapsulating, you're still gonna get that kind of slight bleeding. Otherwise, you could go in with your dip base with a very light hand and just do like 4 strokes of your dip base and then go with your clear. I mean, you'll still get some bleeding, but it won't be as harsh if you're going in over and over with your dip base, if that makes sense. So this is what we're working with. I really like it. I am going to dust off here. And I am going to go ahead now and kind of remove some of those hearts. I was kind of picky, I will say, when it came to the heart placement. I felt like they kind of just like all bunched up there, and that's totally okay. If you pick up more hearts than you want on your mani, you can always remove them, as you see here. I am using this little precision cuticle tool that is actually also from Color My World Dips. It is awesome, especially if you're making press-ons, and it works great if you're trying to remove any extra chunky glitter. But I just wanted the hearts kind of not to be like so like lumped on that one side. This powder is cram packed full of beautiful foils. It also has like this really pretty like fine glitter mix. And then these heart-shaped glitters, it is cram-packed full of those hearts. I think it's really fun, and anytime you dip into this powder, you're always going to get kind of like a different look based on all the different things that are in this powder. It's a really fun powder. I like the twist of the blue. I feel like because Valentine's Day hits in the winter time, so if you don't want to rock like pinks and reds like your traditional Valentine's Day colors, or those colors are not your cup of tea, you can still have a really fun Valentine's Day mani with this really cool wintry blue thing going on here. I love it so much. I will say, when you are working with this powder itself, it doesn't matter if it's this one from Color My World Dips or another one, always take time when you're working with foils, glitters, to just press everything down. It's really going to help make sure everything is laying super, super flat. And I will say, I do like how this looks with one dip. I just feel like it gives it more of like an icy kind of like opalness to it. I really think it's really pretty with just one dip as well, but we are going to go in with a second dip because I really wanted to build up the foils. And I really liked also how the hearts were placed on this when we dipped in. I really like the heart placement, but I am going to remove the hearts that were hanging off the sidewall and the free edge. All right, so this time with the dip base, I'm going to be very conscientious and have a very light hand with this application. I'm also going to do longer strokes, and that did cut down on the bleeding of the foils. If your brush has any staining from the foils, go ahead and wipe that off on a paper towel, or you could always use your brush cleaner as well. And then you can see here, I do have a few of those hearts kind of piled up there on the side. We're just going to clean that up. I'm telling you, this little precision tool is awesome because it really fits well in the hand. It's not big and bulky, so you really can have more control. If you're not making a set of press-ons, this is going to be a great tool to have just to clean up that cuticle line, because it's like the perfect like thinness on the tip, if that makes sense, and it's not bulky, so I feel like you're going to have like more control versus like a regular precision tool, if that makes sense. All right, so enough chit chat. Let's dive in back into this mani here. We're going to clear encapsulate, do some filing and buffing, and then I'm going to pop back in just a little bit.
It's kind of bittersweet. Never thought I'd come back. It's been a while since I packed up my things and left. I recall it still in my beat up truck. I didn't look back. place where I grew up. Damn, my heart still beats for the place where I grew up.
Alright, now that we're done filing and buffing, I am still going to go in with the activator, even though I'm going to finish up this mani with a gel top coat, because the activator is going to go ahead and seal in any of those powders that we disturbed from the filing and buffing. It's also going to get rid of any of those filing and buffing lines to give it just like this smooth, sleek finish. So even though I'm going in with a gel top coat, always go in with a layer of activator. It's really just going to seal in that finish for you. Then I'm going in with a 2-in-1 top coat. It helps prevent any flaking or peeling, so you do not need to do that gel base. And then I did the rest of the top coat off camera, and here it is. I love this mani. I love the blue. I love how like icy it's kind of giving me, but it's super, super fun and pretty. And I really like that thumbnail as well, where all those foils kind of bled together. It gave it definitely a very unique look, kind of like a blue sapphire, and I'm totally living for that thumbnail right there. But you can see when I went a little bit more light-handed with the application of that dip base on that middle nail, you can definitely see the difference from the bleeding foil to the not so much bleeding foil. So you kind of have best of both worlds there. And then I really like that hand placement of the foils and then the little hearts on that other nail. So everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. I hope you enjoyed today's Wintry Valentine's Day mani, and I'll see you all in the next one.